I was okay. Let's try stop it, and then I'll try getting out because it didn't let me get on the deck that time. All right. No, I fell out again.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's throwing me out the side.
Oh, it's got a big freaking light on it.
Ooh, lights. Yeah, it keeps tossing me out the side whenever I get out. It used to toss me out on the deck. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, what the heck? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I bugged it out coming from underneath. Yeah. How are we gonna get back up?
Look at it. That's dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Here, you know what? Just to save time, I'm gonna move it out into the. I'll see what happens. Hold on to your shorts.
Holding.
It's like a fucking submarine right now. Oh my god.
That was interesting. It's like we hit warp drive.
I was trying to move it to see if I could. I was trying to see if I can. Hold on. I'm gonna get yelled at for doing this, but I just want to try it. Try to see if I can make it push like out of the water really fast. Yeah, top speed is 16. Like go, not even.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. Guys, it's 33 that time.
So like when it breaks or goes with the current, so it'll go a little bit faster. It has a higher top speed.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see if that's even a factor. It always drops back down to 14. Yeah, I don't want to move it anymore. I'm gonna get fucking yelled at. Where was your boat at?
I was, I believe, near Cherno, kind of by the gas station.
Turning this thing's gonna take forever.
Yeah, I love that it's by Electro. Everyone's gonna be like, what's that thing out in the distance?
You could also be like a traveling merchant selling gear. Go on to a cargo ship.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Have vehicles available or helicopters to trade. It's not like they could come out and take it from you. You'd have to bring it to them. I wonder, would you be able to pitch tents on top of this? Then you could be like a true merchant because you can fill all your tents up.
It'd appear underneath it.
Yeah.
Because it's a dynamic object. Static objects you could.
But if you're able to put the cars and then drop those on there, that tone could be a nice merchant that way. Having a few loaded vehicles, gear.
Yeah, I just gotta really look into this stuff, but after we get the Park 101 updated and all the other stuff. But this is kind of cool to throw in there just for now.
Oh
and
yeah,
people will
definitely.
use it. It's just you gotta be careful at the front of the boat that you fall off, and some at the back of the boat. But other than that, this one's the most functional, which is kind of cool. I mean, no one other server has put these in.
Yeah, I've never even heard of them. It's awesome.
Just gives one more thing for people to fight over.
Oh yeah,
Because, you know,
definitely.
PvP, I like PvP that comes from trying to do something, not just from, you know, camping out someplace.
Yeah, murdering somebody just because or something like that.
And I get to understand if my guy's about to starve, like in 2017, you fight for food, you know? You might even have to cannibalize somebody.
Dude, I
So
love the
that's like an
cannibalize
amazing
option.
mechanic.
And would insanity come?
Yeah, I
You
definitely
guys,
want to add that
they're
here.
mentioning the insanity kind of. You said it'd be a sound that'd be looping, but would there be like any type of insanity with the pain mechanics, where maybe like lights change colors or something like that? You
I'm
can't.
not sure. I'd have to like look into it and make it the least. One, it'd have decent type of game balance, and two, that'd have to be something like it'd have to be the least performance intensive for the server.
Oh yeah, because that loop, the way you said it, how it's going to continually loop, if it makes noises or anything like that with the insanity, I mean, I don't think it's necessary for us to hear those noises. I'd rather the game play smoothly and just something notify me I went crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I could make it happen, I can make it happen. Like, there might be a way to add triggers to the map, logic triggers, that only play when a certain player passes through them. So that would be easier. That way it's only triggered when a player is detected, you know? But not something that has to constantly loop and check and play. That would cause an issue. Cause some lag.
Yeah, because I was wondering how they did it after you mentioned it. I was like, damn, well, like, how do they
Well, you could build it in. If it's something built into the mod, the difference is scripts run on top of the mod. If you build it into the mod, it's going to run with the base part of the map server side. So that way you don't have to worry about any client server desync issues. You don't have to worry as much as Armor can only utilize 2 cores, no more than that. Whereas on the server can utilize unlimited amount of cores, supposedly up to 8 cores, I think, 16, but someone said unlimited, I don't know. But anyway, that meaning when this stuff's processed server side, it's not going to have the same, it's not going to be written the same way, and it's going to benefit from being part of the game rather than just being a script. The scripts is what cause lots and lots of lag if there's too much of it piled on top of each other. I mean, I don't know if you ever checked out Pakistan Life. That's like a script file that's like maybe 5 megabytes, and there's literally 100 something scripts to make that type of mission work. Lots of desync and lag.
Yeah, I've seen some videos on it. It's very intense, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, there's only really one good server to even play on. They have a database. All the other stuff resets every reset, so you lose everything you did. The other one has a database that you don't. It's the only server to have it, server-side thing. And they have a really powerful dedicated box, so that's why they're able to handle, 6-hour resets with you doing a lot of shit in Pakistan Life.
Have you been turning it while accelerating this time? It seems to be turning much faster.
I try to go a little bit straight and then turn to try to build up its speed.
It's like driving the world's slowest bus.
Because before I had it at a steady 6 when I was turning, but now it's going down to 3. I don't know what's up.
Well, I was wondering, with the base building by high-value loot spawns, do you mean something like an industrial building? You just mentioned them out in the ocean. I'm talking about like the multi-story. Is that something that's considered a high-value loot spawn, or would a base be considered?
Well, that'd probably be an exception, because anything that's like unique, we mean like a barracks. We don't want people building a base inside their barracks, In addition to that, like if there's hospitals, they're only few and far between. We don't want people building there, We still want to have people have access to stuff. I really think it's a cool idea that you could, but the problem is then, how people can get medical supplies. So we're probably going to add some custom things around the map that are going to be decent buildings that you could take over to kind of, you know, balance that out. But if I did put one out in the water, we'd probably make that an exception, because that's not an easy thing to travel to. You know, if you're going to cycle industrials, you can do the ones on the mainland, not out in the middle of the ocean.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking about your mention with that one, because we have been considering where we want to put our main base, and someone mentioned a multi-story industrial spot. I was thinking that sounded kind of like a high-value loot spot.
Yeah, I mean, the high-value loot spawns, we just want to make sure they're accessible to people, because if someone built their base on top of one, that means they could just cycle buildable parts and craft non-stop, while everybody else can't get that same level of loot. So just for the sense, since we've played on base building servers before and we're veterans of that, what we noticed is that over time, all the great spots get taken and nothing's left for the new players. And then the server starts to die because new players cannot get incorporated, they cannot get a great spot to build a base, they can't access any loot. We even had someone who built in the Malsk a great wall, and they built a great wall cutting off one entire side of the island. So you would literally have to go all the way around and then swim a whole bunch to where they couldn't build anymore because it was in the water, and then get around, or go through their checkpoint and get, you know, robbed for your shit or killed.
Wow, yeah.
So it was just kind of, you know, we're like, all right, that's just kind of excessive. You can't take over half of the northeast part of the map and just call it yours. That's exactly what would happen. Like, someone would wall in Electro, you know?
That just sounds like madness.
Troll,
like, I'd never even considered something like that.
Well, yeah, we've seen those things happen. Like, the double hospitals in the malls was like one place to go to for a hospital. And someone went and walled them off and said, this is my base. And then the admin was like, oh shit, and they had to come up with rules and fix that stuff so no one could get into the hospitals for about a week.
So, okay, like, say somebody puts something at a location, like, but then how do you, I'm pretty new to Epic, I haven't tried to build any bases yet. I know you have to, like, put a steel pole there to kind of, like, utilize the area that you're going to build at. Somebody put a fence a wire fencing kit at the top of this one industrial I was at. Like, how is that possible?
Right, so Epoch 101 has the standard base building. Current version right now just has basic 4 things you can build, or 5 things, and they really, you know, standard stuff. Doesn't really do much. In the next patch, you can't build those things anywhere. You have to have a plot pole down. You buy that for 120 gold, and then you can build within 30 meters of that. Now, if someone runs over your pole, it's destroyed and you can no longer build. So you gotta protect it, put something over it, like a house. Everything that you build can be destroyed or killed by a player. Then when it resets, it will be gone. So you gotta kind of build smart and protect your base. You can build walls. I'm gonna make it you can build stronger ones, other stuff as well. The ones that can't just get run over. You gotta put tank traps, sandbags. You know, you can build sheds, and there's like a crafting recipe. So if you want to build a corrugated iron fence, well, you need to get scrap metal and build like the fence plating, and you need to build poles to put the fence on. If you want to build, was it like the plywood house? You need to get wood and make it lumber, and also make plywood out of it, and then have X amount of plywood and lumber to make the house itself.
I see. So
gunshot.
yeah, I heard that out in the church too. So right now you can just place down wire fencing kits and tank traps. Those are just like basic base building elements.
Yeah, so those are, you know, can be placed about anywhere. And one great thing about Epoch, hold on a second. One great thing about Epoch is you can build on top of structures, not just under them or on the ground.
Full of holes. Oh yay, there's my PBX to the right. I'm wondering, this little cape right here, this is cool to build some kind of base on, right?
Yeah. Anything that's not a high value, you know, high value is going to be like a cafes, schools,